Hello, my name is Jen Wyatt. I am a business coach and consultant and an executive online business manager. And weekly, I bring you some kind of tip or trick or just some deep insight into my life and the work that I do, but in a way that hopefully will help you. And today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite topics, and that's business stages. And it's one of my favorite topics. It sounds super boring, right? Who wants to talk about what stage their business is in, or who wants to even think about that? But I was like that for a while. I started my business and started, doing the things, and I would watch this video or see that training, and I would be like, ooh, I want to do that. I want to build an online course. I want to have a podcast. I want to do this because it's helping them and they're saying how great it is. And there's nothing wrong with training, and there's nothing wrong with looking at what other people are doing and seeing if it works for your business. What is a challenge though is doing that at the very beginning of your business. And that's what I did wrong. And it caused me to spin my wheels for years where I'd make a little bit of money and then I wouldn't make money. And it was kind of this back and forth thing to the point where I was about ready, literally, like I said, this is the last training I'm ever going to do for my business. I had already signed up, and part of my personality is that when I make a commitment and sign up, I do my best to get to do the thing to fulfill that commitment. So I attended this training, and it literally reminded me about understanding where my business is. It's not just about, it's okay to want to do a podcast. It's okay to have a YouTube channel. It's okay to do all those things. But what am I supposed to be working on right now in order to grow my business, to build my business first, then grow my business? And that's where business stages come in. Now, I literally went from making no money during that last training to 6 months later, I was making over $5,000 a month. And again, it sounds like bragging, and I'm going to, excuse me, I'm going to talk more about this later because a I have a future post that's coming out that's really going to talk about how I did that and how I accomplished that. But the key to all of that was understanding where I was at in my business and knowing where I needed to go next and working on those things only. So it was really siloing down my efforts, not trying to do all the things, but really looking and drilling down into, okay, this is what I need to do today in order to get to this point over here. Because where you are matters, and it matters not in a, oh my gosh, I'm in stage 0, stage 1, oh, feel bad, I feel so bad and I'm not accomplishing things. No, that's your starting point. That's your launching point. And look at what you need to do in order to get to stage 2, and you will get there. Because we often want to skip to the end. We want to say, okay, I want to be earning, $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month. I want to earn $100,000 a year. I want to be in the six figures club, or however you see yourself. Great. Those are great goals. I had those goals. But when I started out, I was laughing at myself, and I called my coach because I was like, you don't believe this. But my main business goal for 2021, which is where all this change started to happen, and moving into 2022, my main goal, financial goal, was to earn $3,000 a month. And I've doubled that. And again, it's not about the money, but it's about setting the groundwork and doing the work that will help you get to that point, because unless we have a client that comes in that will give us 5,000, 10,000 right off the bat, if that's true, if you have access to those kind of clients, then you need to be planning bigger, much bigger, and you will quickly go through the stages. You don't have to stay in a stage for any certain amount of time. You don't have to pay your dues there. You just have to say, okay, I've met these criteria, check, moving on to the next one. Because it's just important to really be realistic about our growth, but also know where we're heading and how to get there. So it really is a roadmap. So my blog, I actually have a graphic that you can see the different stages. I do offer this as a PDF download too, so I will include that in this post as well as in the blog, so you can see. You can print it out yourself and say, okay, assess where am I at? This is where I need to go. Because the startup stage is 0 to 1, and this is about list building, and it's about making sure that you have a good idea for your business, that people want to buy it. And then this growth stage, levels 2 to 3, which is where I'm currently at. It's about earning money and launching your product service. I'm actually quickly going into 4 and 5, the scale stage. I've hired an assistant. So again, it's been less than a year, or about almost a year, and I have moved through these stages pretty quickly. So where do you go from here? Honestly, you just need to read the blog, download the freebie if you want it, and see where you're at, and then plan for the things that you have to do in order to get yourself to the next level. It's not complicated, but don't try to skip ahead. It's so important, and I cannot stress how important it is for us to kind of stay in our lane for this and build and build and build and grow. Because if you do, then if for some reason you lose a client, or you lose a couple of clients, or the economy changes, you'll know how to go back and retrace your steps and move in that direction again. I hope that makes sense. Leave any questions or comments, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. And if you want that freebie, I will leave it in, it'll be actually in the body of this video. And if for some reason it doesn't show up there, just instant message me and I will send it to you. So I hope that you have a great day, and I will talk to you next week.